What's going on, everybody? So, a couple weeks ago, I made a weapon tier list, and now today I'm back with the Subweapon tier list. So, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's get into it. So, this one is not going to be as straightforward as the weapon tier list. The weapons all gave to certain summoner skills and stuff like that, but the sub-weapons are totally different. So the first thing I want to talk about is this weapon, this one right here, the Naraka one. I feel it's the worst one. It's the only one that gives to one of the summoner skills. Gives to the research skill, and it only gives, or sorry, it gives one to two. Mine that I have, of course, just gave one to it. Um, and it just gives to a random element. So when you change weapons, this will no longer be active. Essentially, like if for this one, uh, since it's for the dark, if I'm not using my dark weapon, this does nothing. And on top of that, it doesn't go above the max. So this is the worst one, I feel. The rest of them are a little bit more even. So we got our next one here. Bring up picture. This one. Alright, so this one is the White Shadow Castle one. I put it at number 4, but it can be good for certain content. So this one that I had someone submit to me because I didn't have one built. It decreases summoner dark damage taken by 7.5%. So it can be any element. This one, I'd say they got lucky and they got a dark one. This could be really good for Galagos runes since all the bosses are dark. Alternatively, if you got a light one, it's the same because a lot of the times the bosses is one light guy, one dark guy, and they go back and forth. Also, a lot of the small monsters leading up to the bosses are mainly dark, or the floors are half dark, half of an element. So this one can be good, but I really think it's only good for Galagos, and it's best if you get the dark one. And then moving on to the next one, I have the Seal one as my next one. It's good for sure. 1300 monster HP is very good. It's not a huge boost. So for your supports, you're looking at 70 to 90,000 depending on if they're HP scaling or what they do, but that's around the HP that you'd be thinking of, so 1300 is not much. But for your damage dealers, 1300 onto their, I don't know, around 30,000, 30 to 40,000, like that. But it's going to be a decent increase, and especially if you're running like triple damage dealer or something, that's a lot of health to their overall percentage of their health. Alright, and now the next one here. I've got a little bit of a tie here. So I'm going to go with this one is my 1B because I feel that this one, it's really good, but only for PvP. So the Twisted Marsh one here increases monster damage dealt in the arena and battlefield, which is awesome, especially on damage dealers like assassins who are really good. I can think of a couple like Ethna, Lupinus is pretty good. Even some of the archers. So Spino just came out. This will help him do a lot more damage. And of course, even just your supports and your knight guys and stuff like that. The extra 6% damage makes them so they don't just hit like noodles. Uh, Not much harder, but it is something. So I have that one as my 1B. it's obviously the best for PvP. And then if we move into the next one here, this is the one I think is the best just overall, everyday, just decreases summoner damage taken. This is the Foggy one. I had someone submit this one, and yeah, they got really lucky on these substats, it looks like. But yeah, decreases summoner damage taken by 4.5%. So that's everywhere, all the time. So if you remember, the White Shadow Castle one was 7.5%, but it was only for a certain element. So this one is 4.5% against everything. So that's why I find this one to be the best overall. And then when you combine this with some of the summoners upgrade things, whatever you want to call them, there's these ones over here. I think it's this one. This summoner damage taken from, yeah. So if you upgrade all these ones, and you go into each element a little bit, and then you add this, so this 4.6 onto that 4.5, and then you're at a 9% right there of less damage taken. I don't think that these weren't, no, these are the recovery ones, yeah. So when you add it onto something like that, and then you also have something like this one here, which I didn't actually go for, but that's just because I'm Morbia. This one? Right up here, there we go. So that there's another 5%. So you start stacking these on top of each other, and then you can also, of course, use your accessories as well on top of that, and all of your these here as well. I don't think Orbia really has any, but I know Cleef has some that reduce the damage taken from provoked monsters and stuff like that. And yeah, I just feel that that is the best one. Oh, I got a free summon here. I'm just going to do that. Let's go. Today's my day. No. Fire Warbear. He is trash. So yeah, so that's my sub-weapon tier list. There's a new set of equipment that's coming out soon, and the sub-weapon for that one looks like it's really good. It's like the opposite of this one. Oops, not that I wanted this. Yeah, it's the opposite of the Twisted Marsh one. The opposite of this one. So instead of increasing your monster damage dealt, it's I think it decreases the summoner damage received in PvP. So it'll be just like another better type version of the this one. But it'll be only for PvP, and it'll be summoner damage decrease. I think that's what it is, if I'm remembering right. But that's it for this one. If you like the video, give her the thumbs up. If you got any comments, put them down below, and we'll be sure to get back to you, and we'll catch you in the next one.